singing the thing. I don't give a fuck, I don't really care. Yeah, yeah, no, I don't give a fuck, no, I don't really care. You ain't care how I feel, give a fuck how you feel. Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck, no, I don't really care. And you ain't care how I feel, so I don't give a fuck how you feel. And that's real. I got that shit that they wrong, I got that shit that they wrong. And then they gon' pick up the phone, so they gon' pick up the phone. Yeah, I got that shit that they want, I got that shit that they want.
I got that shit that they want. Album coming soon, Ripper City. I didn't get to it. No, no. The other one there. What is it right there? Over there. You got too much, man. What is it doing? How the sound? How we got the sound, man? We got to be clear tonight, man. We have to be clear tonight. I don't want no nonsense. We got to be clear. All right, I had to bring a special guest on today's show. My political guru in the building. All right. So, who should the people have voted for?
Depends on who you are.
All right, I had to bring a special guest on today's show. My political guru in the building. Oh shit! My political guru in the building. Oh shit! Oh shit! All right, we clear. All right. Let me look in the comment section. Let me see what everybody voted for, man. Uh-oh. You see what GK said? GK getting started early. He said ain't no disrespect gonna be tolerated. You heard what he said? That nigga said ain't no disrespect getting tolerated. Okay, we got Organic Soul Gumbo in here. Okay. We got GK in here. We got Sweet Leaf in this motherfucker. So that means we pretty deep in this motherfucker. We got everybody we need pretty much. Got a couple more. We gotta get Triggs in this bitch. My damn glasses don't squint like one for. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. If you're a lieutenant or better on the Patreon, you do have the call-in number. As it stands, I don't like this shit right here. Quiet. I don't like this shit right there. Biden. It was the lesser of two evils. There it is. There it is. I want to talk about the crime bill. Fuck that. I want to talk about the crime bill. Before we do that, if you're on the Patreon, and you wonder what happened to the last video, because we was on the Stupid Rappers channel, I was watching someone else's channel doing my thing, and they had a fucking code in their shit. It was a code in there, and the code made it to where as I was trying to upload it to YouTube, it wouldn't fucking upload. So I had to upload it to Google Photos. From now on, the Patreon videos will be uploaded to YouTube. We're gonna shout out to Grump. I can't say it enough. Grump is doing so much behind the scenes. There's a lot of people doing a lot behind the scenes. Shout out to Big Dog Max. A lot of people doing a lot of good shit behind the scenes. But Grump showed me how to fix that issue. But y'all know how we rock. Y'all know how we rock. This shit is about AO Nation. It's not about YouTube. We'll come to YouTube when it's necessary, but for the most part, y'all know how we rock. If you don't want to miss shit, if you want to make sure you catch everything, get to the Patreon. My technician, Grump, made sure he let me know that if you got Patreon, and you can get Google Photos. Get Google Photos and you can watch all the videos. You don't have to wait for it to upload or no shit like that. Go to Google Photos, and really, once you click the video in the Patreon, let me see what. Once you click the video in the Patreon, this motherfucker said Kanye would have been better. Once you click the video in the Patreon, if you got 3 dots at the top and you can download the video, just download that shit to your phone and watch it. But for the most part, we're not uploading shit to Google Photos unless YouTube does what it did yesterday or the day before that, and I couldn't upload on none of my channels. I downloaded Vimeo to upload that shit to Vimeo. Vimeo wouldn't upload the shit. I tried to upload other videos and the shit uploaded. So it was that video, it was coded with something, and it would not let me upload it to YouTube. And we'll have to do that sometimes. The Patreon isn't for anything but people who want to make sure they get all the content. Period, point blank. So I appreciate all my patrons. That is the real AO Nation. Period, point blank. As it stands, when we start talking about voting, and I'm really waiting on Asiatic. I'm waiting on Asiatic to come in. Before we talk about the voting system and all that right there, I want y'all to see a video. I want y'all to see a video, and I want to know what y'all think about it. Ah, damn. Yeah, I was straight. All right, this is what we have. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this. Can everybody see and hear that? National Guard really in Atlanta, second state with National Guard and militarized police. My question tonight is, should we be preparing for a war? Shout out to that girl, Love Dorsey. I'll fuck with him. Oh, hell no, I gotta show that. Did everybody see this right here? Some niggas, see this is what's going on. When we talk about the rap trap, that's Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X dressed up as Nicki Minaj for Halloween. Old Town Road dressed up as Nicki Minaj.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, I that's niggas take it, they be taking it to new levels. Can y'all hear me? I don't give a fuck about, I don't care about Trump calling Lil Pump, Lil Pimp. I don't care about that. Hold on, we getting there, y'all. Hold on. I like to give everybody their shine. I don't know if I should play this one. This next one, I don't know if I should play it because it might get this live shut down. I'll play that one later. I'll play it later. I'm trying to find the post. It's only the post that you want to see. Here it is.
These are preparations for a new American battleground. People ready, they say, to fight if Donald Trump goes down.
Because there's a lot of patriots that love it, like myself.
John won't give his last name, but he's free with his opinions. He says America could be on the point of a second civil war.
If they try to steal the election from Donald Trump, that's going to be basically the turning point.
He's preparing a fleet of off-road vehicles.
There's some thoughts about possibly mounting a gun.
You ever seen the movie Mad Max?
Oh yeah, my favorite.
But this is no entertainment. In a series of safes, John has an Aladdin's cave of military-style weapons.
You've got a lot of semi-automatics.
Among the least of the weaponry is a style rifle, standard issue for Australian troops.
The FBI says applications for federal firearms background checks are running at record levels. More than 30 million Americans so far this year, and the run on ammunition is so strong that where shops still have bullets, they're rationing them.
The NRA gun lobby jokes on Twitter that gun owners dance like Donald Trump when gun stores get new supplies. But John has been buy guns as well, he says, to patriots willing to take on
Anyone that tries to destroy the Constitution and our rights, and who do you think that might be? Right now, looks like the left and liberals.
He says they would be easy meat.
And a big head start on somebody who's just getting into the field.
Intriguingly, John says he voted for Barack Obama in 2008, but those sympathies are long gone.
With a Confederate flag, sure. The American flag is being washed right now. They got dirty.
John's 17-year-old son Sam is convinced Trump will not stand down if he loses the vote.
He's not going to step down, and I don't think people are going to put up with it if they force him to.
Trump patriots are ready. Hugh Riverton for 10 News First, Shenandoah, Virginia.
So, fuck did that come? You got on the thing on it. Like, what the fuck did that come from? It's come from the speaker over there.
Oh shit.
I'm like, where the hell is that coming from? All right, that's more or less what I want to talk about tonight. Are we in danger? Are we in danger? I saw somebody say, and shout out to my man who sent that. This is. Are we in danger? So that's the word. They saying that. And do you feel like Trump is responsible enough? Do you think Trump is responsible enough to, knowing that he got an army like that behind him, motherfuckers that got that money? This motherfucker they spend their money on ATVs and training material and fucking new weaponry. And it's an army of them motherfuckers ready to ride if anybody touched Trump. Fuck the Secret Service. He got a whole fucking demographic that say, nigga, you don't gotta step down. If you don't step down and the motherfuckers try something, nigga, we got you. Is Trump responsible enough, if he loses, to step down and not cause a fucking war at this point? And you know what that's fucking crazy. And what type of what's the word? What type of fucking effects will that have on the country? What will that do to us as a country? And more or less, I asked the same fucking question. Are we prepared for that shit? Well, most of us not even being able to legally have firearms. And for the niggas who do have the firearms and shit like that, do we go to the range enough? Are we prepared to stand toe-to-toe with these motherfuckers? When all year we go to the club and fuck bad bitches, but all year they fucking training on the range? I need to know how we feel about this, man. And do we have a fucking coalition or protection in the not fucking around clique? Is that going to be enough to protect us? And if motherfuckers see that they don't, that dude just said we're going to make sure the Constitution holds, but if Trump don't step down, he not upholding the Constitution. That's not upholding the Constitution. If the Constitution say if you don't win the election, you got to step down. So that's hypocritical right there. Hell yeah, the motherfucker been training on the range since they were 5 years old. The motherfucker been shooting them guns. Yeah, been shooting them guns. 5-year-old. We lucky if we even get to go fucking hunting. And if we do get to go hunting, we lucky if we make it back home. Because a police officer didn't fucking kill us for having a fucking weapon. It's crazy. A little boy can have on camouflage and a weapon and they know he hunting. A nigga got on camouflage and a weapon, they'll shoot him down and say the gun looked real. It was a real fucking gun. I was hunting. The fuck? Or I had a fucking pellet gun. Little white boy can have a fucking real tactical weapon and they will assume that he is. But we already understand that shit. We know that this shit isn't fair. We know that there's racism. At this point, I will not whine, and I want to know, what are we doing tomorrow? That's it. I'm hearing that the vote, we might not hear about the vote until 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. What are we doing tomorrow? And I want real answers. Please don't just get on this bitch and be Rambo Dambo talking about you finna do some shit that you not finna do, man. Felons terrified right about now. I want to know, what is what's the difference? What's the difference between a felon and a motherfucker who got a weapons license? If you don't have, your next door neighbor is a felon. The next door neighbor after that is a felon. You the only one that got a gun. What type of fight can you put up? See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We talking about felons, but we're talking about black felons. Well, that felon might know how to fight better than you know how to fight, but he doesn't have a weapon. So all that means is it's gonna be easier to take over your neighborhood and put your family into a fucking concentration camp. So it ain't about no felons terrified. Everybody should be terrified because we are outmatched. Buying bullets. These motherfuckers started buying bullets damn near 2 years ago. One of my friends had to go to Huntsville to get a goddamn old. You seen that that new thing that what's the name of that? Your cousin. We went to Huntsville. That nigga got him a rusty old goddamn two-shooter.
Got a musket.
That nigga came back with a rusty old two-shooter, but he said that's all they had. He couldn't get nothing else. On them. He said the shit was cheap up there and shit like that, but
From the first Civil War.
yeah. I also reload my own ammo. I have bullet reloading machines. And see, that's the thing. Like, them motherfuckers in their neighborhood, all them motherfuckers is weaponized. Yeah, 5 years ago, real shit. When Trump got in office, they started not in shape. You damn sure right about that. Not sober. You're right. Most definitely. But you put my man say they're still cowards with guns. But the cowards are the most dangerous motherfuckers with the weapons.
Law enforcement.
You know? Damn. You heard what he said? Law enforcement. The fuck? Who's more scared than they are? Does that make them less dangerous or more dangerous? Come on, man. We gotta find some idea. I'm trying to see what's going on. My family will listen to me. I tried to tell them at Thanksgiving 2 years ago I was the crazy PTSD having veteran. Look at us now. Law enforcement drop mic. Yeah, that's heavy. I'm just trying to get an understanding of what we got going on. And how we rocking. Did you know this ain't my, this ain't my level of expertise. Iran versus China. Shot in Opalaka. Other races. The Mexicans, we've seen Mexicans tell us to get out their neighborhood. We've seen Mexicans kill us because we look suspicious. George Zimmerman, we just saw a Chinese man come up to us at a neighborhood or at a place he thought we shouldn't be and said that this is a no nigger zone. So looking for aid from other races is futile. But I'm gonna be honest with you. If I could just speak my mind right here, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't give a fuck. I don't like Biden. I'm just gonna say it, my nigga. Just gonna say it. I don't fuck with Biden. It just is what it is. I don't fuck with that motherfucker. I don't. You're not finna tell me that this motherfucker is so evil. You just gotta vote for this. I'm not with that shit. Once again, it goes down to the point of like Katrina Gibbs said this. Shout out to my boy Tony Delirium. No fucking tangibles. Ain't nobody offering no goddamn tangibles on the table.
Man, they both wolves with the same, you know what I'm saying, same agenda.
Yeah.
Different approach.
Instead of no child left behind, it's no nigga left without a shovel in his goddamn hand. Only thing that makes sense for America is to put niggas back in slavery. They tired of hiding that shit behind prison labor. Fuck that shit. They want to goddamn have that shit back to the old days. Fuck that shit niggas talking about.
Timeline.
Alright, Big Face Podcast, who this, man?
Yo, this Cam.
Cam, tell me something, man. What the hell is going on, man? What we finna do tonight?
Yo, I think it's a very, very good possibility that if Trump if he's not elected, like it's the popular vote, because you seen what happened last time, like they still got him in there. So, and he be talking about all that fake news shit. Like whenever he got caught up with his taxes and all that, he was saying it was fake news. So what's to say he's not just gonna be like, oh, it's fake news that I didn't win? Like, I really think if he get voted out by the people, I don't think he's gonna go nowhere. Cause like you were saying, he got those motherfuckers back.
That's crazy. That is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That shit is crazy having a fucking nation of people saying don't leave. So all he gotta do is making up a fucking excuse like you just said. Like, dog, they cheated me. And we know they cheated because we had all the votes. The Russian bot system. So let's talk about solutions. So what do we do? What do we do? Are we gonna see? I guess that's the whole thing. Are we just fucking spectators and we let the white boys fight because that's the most?
But like at this, like we've never been in a situation where a motherfucker's like, I'm not gonna get out. Like I don't think, at least my time living, I never seen no shit like that. So I really don't know what we can do. Like what power do we have to really tell a motherfucker that's in office anything?
So we don't have no. So we don't have no say so or nothing.
I mean, not that I could. I'm down to try anything, but as far as that I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't even know if weapons are gonna help shit. And I guess at this point in time, what the fuck does the government do? I'm sorry, government. The military. What do they do at this point? Like, so they just go along with. So in this in between time of
He's the big commander in chief.
who?
Trump. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's on his hand.
That's what I'm saying. They run everything.
Yeah.
Until he's sworn in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, till you get sworn in. Yeah, and I don't see Trump being no mature type person just to go and let it go. I think he like that power that he has. Let me ask you this, man. Do you feel like Trump is more racist than Biden, or you feel like they're the same?
My personal opinion, I think he is a little bit more racist than Biden.
Wow.
I also feel like Biden has that old white man that's not really gonna tell you nothing, but he really hating it deep down. But like you were saying before, Trump showed his shit. Like they don't fuck with Mexicans or black people. Like he let it be known for real.
Two wolves, same shit.
Yeah, the calling number is on the Patreon. You have to be a patron. I don't know, man. I seen Biden get a lot of niggas locked up, man. I seen Biden get a lot of niggas locked up, and I just don't see how they on the same level of racism. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's more. I think that's more of this age, just social media posting that shit up of what Trump says. But yeah, Biden probably has more shit that in concrete that he's done more shit to fuck niggas over than Trump has. But Trump just be more, out there with it.
Trump just a lot more open with his racism.
Yeah.
So did you vote?
I did vote.
Huh?
I did not vote.
You did not vote. Why not?
Felon.
Huh? Hello?
Yeah.
Why didn't you vote?
I'm not allowed to vote. Currently under probation for felony.
God damn. So that's how they take us out the race. I don't know. Like I said, do you think voting is real?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know, because I feel like even if, like, how Trump first got into office, they said he didn't even win the people's vote. The electoral college put him in there.
I don't know nothing about that shit. I don't know about that shit, man. Like that guy.
Yeah, they say like the people put in all their votes from across the country and shit, but then they got like these special motherfuckers that I don't know like what it's based off or nothing, but they can basically override this shit at any time.
That is correct. Biden called us predators. He was the first one to say it. Biden put in the 94 crime bill. Fuck put in. The nigga wrote the motherfucker. Cam, I appreciate that so much. If you hear something else throughout the show, make sure you call back.
All right, bro.
All right. Big Facts Podcast, who this? Big Facts Podcast, who this?
It's KS, what's up?
All right, tell me something, man. What the hell going on, dog?
Look, first things first, I'm gonna start with this. You gotta stop using this word racist, like, as loosely as we use it, because honestly, I don't think as many people are racist as you believe them to be. Second thing, odds are the military is there not for like actual action, but to be more of a deterrent. If you just look at the climate of the country.
Hey, hold on. Get your face on, get your mouth on the phone so we can hear you.
Oh, I got headphones on, so I'm at work.
Biden did call us predators. Biden called us predators. Biden was the first one. When he was at the Senate, he said, as he was voting in and pushing for his crime bill, and he was taking credit for, I'm the one who voted. If we don't do something, we have predators. They're predators. I heard it. I've been watching this for the last 3 days. All right, now go ahead. You're saying that we shouldn't use the word. Dog, I saw the video. He called us predators. Yes, Hillary did say hyper predators. But Biden called us predators at the Senate. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell him. Like, both of them did that. All right, go ahead with the, you said we shouldn't call people racist? Hello? Yeah, like I said. But, dog, at this point, what we have to realize is every white man, every white person has a level of racism in them. When they see but shit, I mean, shit, to a certain extent, we do too. Nigga, shit, who more racist than we are? We see a nigga walking, we don't know, we admit who the fuck that nigga is.
No, that's been a while. That's different.
That's a thin ass line. That's a thin ass line. Cause they'll say the same shit. I'm just being aware. Big Facts Podcast, who there?
It's KS, man. I don't know what happened. I'm trying to speak to you.
All right, go ahead. Your phone was off the thing. Go ahead.
It's all good. When you get to having people use this racist word so often, what ends up happening when you have an election like this is that you end up changing the voter turnout. Like you're gonna have people, it's just like the last election, people are like, okay, well, what's the point of voting if I don't like either candidate? What you have to really end up doing is think, well, how do you take the best out of the situation? Like, when we look at elections, we have to also realize the people that are chosen to be voted in for president are chosen by the people on the Senate and the people in the House of Representatives. So what we have to do is then look at who are we putting in office in these specific positions, because they're the people who are going to choose the next person to lead the country. So it starts not just with the presidential election. We have to literally research this shit.
I feel
you
it.
Feel me?
I feel it.
Like, number two, like, one of the biggest issues I think this country has is the problem that felons can't vote. And this is why I feel like there ends up being some people who end up coming out of that situation with a certain amount of wisdom. You can look at yourself and you can say, we one of them people. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's other individuals, like, what's his name, Wallow 100 or something like that?
Yeah.
You come out of that situation with a certain amount of wisdom. If they can't vote, then it becomes on you guys to try and get
Because they know
the
they
people
can't get
who
their
are
vote.
too negative about it, don't want to spend that time to look into these things, Like, I'm going to tell you a little story. Like, normally, I started voting when I was in college. And, I used to go in the polls as whoever, and when I got to the president, that's when I make my real choices.
1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hey, felons gonna vote blind anyway. Please explain that. You know I fuck with your Aubrey. Please explain that to me. Felons gonna vote blind anyway. I need to understand that. Once again, and here's another good fact. Felons can vote now.
Yeah, something like that passed in certain places. It ain't passed everywhere, though.
Okay, hold on. Now, Trump funded Jesse Jackson's run for presidency. What I'm saying is, if we add up who did more racist shit and who did more shit to the latter, Trump, you see this nigga in all the pictures with all the hip hop motherfuckers. The nigga been putting money behind different shit. Playboy and all this shit like that. Shit, grab her by the pussy. Nigga, that's nigga shit, nigga. Give a fuck with the nigga. Man, come on, my nigga. This motherfucker. Go ahead.
I didn't vote for Trump at all, but when I looked at this election, I didn't make my choices off of the racial past of either one of these individuals. I made it off of the statements they made for the future of the country.
I can't go off that shit. All that goddamn slick talking silver shit. Hold up, Aubrey said they don't have. Hold on. They don't have the same access to the internet as a free person. Hold on. Then what you should say is inmates. Inmates are not gonna vote, not felons. Felons and inmates are two different things. Go ahead, Big Home.
Oh yeah. So shit, I forgot what I was talking about.
You said you was in college and you first started voting.
Oh yeah, first time voting. I wasn't really paying too much attention to who I was voting for. It took this year during the pandemic, because I did the mail-in vote this time, where now I have time to sit down and say who's on these ballots, and I can literally do my research. And it's crazy because if you can look into the past, some of these people have had legal issues and they're still in office, still up for re-election. If people aren't looking into these things, they won't find this out. And the craziest thing is that something like when you look at a Democratic state like Illinois, like some of these people just happen to be Republicans. You know what I mean? Some of them happen to be Democrats. It just depends on where you're at. But what I'm trying to get across is there won't be change until we literally pay attention to every political office from here to the Senate, because that's who ends up having the choices when it comes to higher.
Man, but when we start talking about that shit right there, like we vote somebody in this spot, whatever, like that, dog. Politics is damn near like the rap game. You get or the entertainment business. You get in that shit with good intentions, but then you start mingling with them fucking folks, and that shit change you. You know what I'm saying? So we say again.
Do you know why that ends up happening?
But I think it's the nature of the beast. Like if I want to be an actor, all right. But then I get to my first fucking couch call or casting couch or whatever the fuck that is, and everybody else is doing this shit. I don't want to do it, but I guess everybody else doing it, so you think it's natural. And then everybody else doing the coke and shit like that, the shit becomes accessible. The story I did on Lil Twist, talking about, being around Wayne and shit like that, and being around all these new people and these bad bitches, and everybody passing around these bars and shit like that, you start turning into one of these fucking people because you're uprooted from your natural habitat, I guess. It happens to all of us. When we leave the place that we're used to and go off around other people, shit starts to change about us. And some people will call that evolution. Some people will call that growth. I couldn't stay the same. I had to change. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is that us voting someone in, that doesn't mean that, hey, fuck voting and shit like that. Of course, that's how I feel because I'm pretty much, as far as the world goes, I'm nothing. I'm a felon. I'm nothing. I'm the scum of the earth. You know what I mean? So of course I say fuck that. But I don't want anybody else to say. I feel like if we all, as a black family, got together and said us, the 13% of the population, we're voting for one person, I feel like that'll be I think that'll be I just want us to work together. That's all. That might be a little naive to say, but that's what I want. I want us all to work together, and because what one of our reality is all of our realities at one point in time. Because even if your Puff Daddy's son, if Trayvon Martin gets killed and George Floyd get killed, if they see young black men as hyper predators, they're gonna see your son as a hyper predator. So I saw somebody just say, I can't respect people who vote with their pockets, but hold the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many different layers to this shit. Like, hold the fuck on. Like, I'm supposed to vote with my goddamn heart and I'm broke than a motherfucker? So, hold on. So, in my heart, I think I'm a Democrat because that's what they told us, that Republicans is racist. So, I'm supposed to vote Democrat, but what about me or my people? My people, most of my niggas is self-employed business owners. So if the Republicans got a better plan for business owners, making this shit easier for us to be successful business owners, I'm supposed to vote for the goddamn welfare system?
And that's what it's about.
Or if you making billions of dollars, why would you vote for somebody who's gonna make you pay over half of that as taxes?
Exactly. What the fuck?
You can't expect nobody to do that shit.
What the fuck? Come on, man. And so that's where we understand that classism is real, because that's the only real category that there is. As soon as we realize that we're in a capitalistic country, we understand that classism is king. Cash is king, classism is king. A motherfucker is always gonna vote with their pockets. So, as it is, and it's fucked up. It's fucked up. But as it is, it's more poor. But here it is. It's more poor people than it is rich. So that shouldn't be a problem. If classism is king, then whoever the poor candidate is, they should win every time, because it's far more poor people than it is rich.
Let me point out a couple of things real quick on that topic. So one of the bigger issues of this election is something called fracking, and it's something that you see in more like country-esque areas. It's like when you get like natural gas and shit from the ground. It's not very good for the environment. It's not very good for the people in the area, so on and so forth. Now, if you were to take that, then it takes a lower middle class area that's surviving because everything is cheap as fuck, and it just breaks them. So this is how you end up getting certain pockets of individuals just all shifting at one time. Then look at, for example, the political climate. When you have, and this is something I want to talk about anyway, the fact that we've had so many cop killings in this, especially in the last, 12 months, last 18 months in this country. And then you look at the fact that it's a situation where if Trump does lose, there's a chance that there could be some type of militia-based action that's not a military-based action. It's almost as if it's like a provoking thing. It's like all these cop killings seems like it's something to provoke, especially like this last one where it was like a kid who was mentally stable or something like that.
Yeah.
And he ended up, getting shot down, even though the parents were like, "Yo, we're not pressing charges because we knew that there was no way to stop them." People before they even knew the story just went crazy. It's almost like a conditioning that people have to literally break their way out of that shit, because if you don't, how you gonna see what's happening on a larger scale?
That's it. Hey, y'all need to listen to what the fuck he's saying. He's saying some real shit right now. He's saying some real shit right now. He's saying some real shit right now. Like if you don't want to look past that fucking TV and that internet, it's gonna be a bad day for you. I'm trying to tell you something. If all the fuck that you look at is you look at that TV and your phone to know when to be outraged, you'll never see what the fuck is going on. You'll never see what the fuck is going on. You're exactly right with that. It seems like a side is being poked, and agitated, as if they're trying to start something. As long as you got people riding and people at unrest in the street, man, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do on the other side of the world. That fracking shit, or whatever. What else are they doing? This underground, underwater satellite shit. And it's not satellite. It's like the underwater, like I guess that's the only way I can say it.
Some shit like that.
Yeah, underwater. Like that's how we're connected. And that goes more into the flat earth, us being under a dome theory, and space being fake theory. I'm broke, but I always support your cause. I appreciate that love, D-Stress. That's love right there. That love. It's real. It's really real. It's something under the ground that they have that connects your phones and services and shit like that. It's a lot of shit, man. A lot of shit. Fiber optic, that's correct. That's exactly what that is.
And fiber optics ain't too bad of a thing. All it is a more efficient way of passing information. That's really what it is. And people just figured out different ways to use it for, especially military bases. And that's probably where it started. I think what we really need to start doing is realizing that if we can't, stop all the foolishness that we do, especially when it comes to gangs and shit, because it gives motherfuckers a reason to act out of the way. And it's hard to point that out, because motherfuckers be like, "Oh, that's some fuck shit," you know what I mean?
Because when you say that, the first thing they're gonna say is, we're talking about police brutality, and the first thing you want to say is, what about Chicago?
I'm from Chicago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that.
You feel me? That's why I'm not in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
I was never even part of that shit. You feel me? But I had to get out. And it's crazy how so many things get portrayed, and then it's like now this is the thing to be, and it's like all of this thing tends to culminate around a very important time, and this time is probably the biggest election. This is a bigger election than the goddamn
Obama.
George Bush versus this is bigger than Obama. Because it's not a pandemic. Like, you have, I don't know if you guys pay attention, but, like, what is it, like, last week, it was, like, new record highs for new infections on the day. Like, it was, like, 70,000 a day, then 80,000 for 2 days, and 100,000 for, like, a week.
Shout out to that Kai, NY007. I appreciate that love. Shout out to Student for Life Dog Training. Hey, yo, keep bringing the truth to light. That's love, my nigga. Real talk. We're going to make it through this hard time. Go ahead, Bion.
This is like every day. Like, we have to stop and think, like, okay, well, one, how do we keep ourselves safe? Like, limit the amount of exposure you really have. Like, motherfuckers love to go club. Motherfuckers love to get on bullshit with people. These are all opportunities that at the end of the day, it's not going to be anything good for you. Like, yeah, motherfuckers need to have fun and shit like that. There's ways to do that. As long as, you keep checking your temperature, blah, 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 woo. Just stay away from large congregations. And this is the craziest thing about this entire election process when it comes to, like, the campaign. Like, Biden as a presidential candidate chose the safer route and not getting out in front of tons of people. One, because it's like you're trying to show the American people this is not what you want to do right now. This is like... Hold
on. I lost you. Hold on.
What do you mean by safer?
Yeah, hold on. You got shout out to Prof Dog OG. I'm gonna have to do a whole video because we got so many new people. You have to be a patron. Go to patreon.com and search Ayo Consaco. AYO. If you type in AYO, Ayo Consaco will pop up. Go to the Patreon, choose your tier. You can be a regular patron, you can be a lieutenant, you can be a general. We don't do the YouTube class on there no more. The YouTube class, you have to come directly to me. Because Patreon be on that bullshit. But if you are a lieutenant or better on the Patreon, you get access to the call-in number. And you'll be able to call in and shit like that. So go to patreon.com and you'll be able to get it. And we got to get other people online. But so tell me what you're saying. You're saying, because my man just said some real shit. They tested 900, damn near 1,000 people in Oakland, and only 2 of the motherfuckers had COVID. The numbers are definitely inflated. I'm trying to see what are we accomplishing by staying out of large groups?
You're limiting exposure to yourself. Like, the issue with COVID isn't really the potential for death when it comes to people our age. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Okay.
People our age, more likely than not, are getting better. But it's the fact that you can continue to spread this thing. And the crazy thing about, and I'm a science guy, the crazy thing about infections is that they change over time. If
evolve
checking this to get rid of it, it can get worse. This is why you have a damn near different virus on the East Coast than you have on the West Coast. That's facts. But long story short about this whole ready for war thing, this not like a need for that. Like, just don't let motherfuckers provoke you. Go about your day. You feel me? Like, if shit's up there, then shit's up there. But don't like go provoking shit, because I feel like that's what motherfuckers want to do. It's like a scare tactic. You know what I mean? This is what the military does. Like, when they go out to like open sea and they see some people they don't like, they may like aim their cannons at them or some shit like that.
It's called fear mongering. That's called fear mongering. When they inflate these goddamn numbers of this fake ass goddamn virus. Shout out to Mike. Mike just beat COVID. He said that shit was worse than pneumonia and shit, and he didn't even go to the hospital. He just quarantined in the house, and goddamn, and it flushed itself out and shit like that. You know, if an old person get pneumonia, or any old person or young person get, and how the fuck does that work? Everybody in the store gotta wear a mask except I'm going there with Aubrey and my children, and they ain't gotta wear shit. How does that work?
I can tell you that. So when you get sick, there's what's called a viral load. It's like how much of a virus your body can handle before the virus starts to take control. And younger kids, the younger you are, the more of a higher of a viral load you can take. That's all it is. That's why they say, like, send the kids to school Because even if they get COVID, they're not thinking about the parents, but even if they get COVID, the odds are that they'll be okay. That's how they're thinking about it. But I'm get going, man.
Okay, yeah, all good. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. That's love. Yeah, man, we start talking about COVID and all that shit like that. You know, whatever on that tip.
All that shit go hand in hand.
Yeah, all that go. Yeah, that shit. Man, come on, man. Like, that what that is, man. Like, you know, real talk. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense for a child to have a stronger immune system than a goddamn adult. We take the damn child to the hospital. It's a reason why the children medicine is weaker than adult medicine. So I can't really hear that too well. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on though. Big Face Podcast, who did, man?
This team from Nebraska.
Oh man, Nebraska and them motherfucker, man. How's it looking out there? Nebraska's a white state, or a red one. How?
Well, this motherfucker, well, it is, but I'm in Omaha, Nebraska, so basically, you know, this supposed to be the black area, but you know what I'm saying? It's a melting pot. It's everything.
Dog, hold on. I know this ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but what is it to do in Omaha, Nebraska?
You said, what is it to do?
Yeah.
Shit, man, really, we done had a whole lot. You had clubs, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers do their little skating things, the movies, but shit, you know what I'm saying? Over time, you know what I'm saying? Once we got a hold of, you know what I'm saying? I could say the thing that opened my eyes, it wasn't colors, it was that banging in Little Rock. When that shit hit on the VCR, whatever we was watching on, it was like it changed the city, you know what I'm saying, overnight. Niggas was really banging, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
On top of Vietnam, you know what I'm saying? Crips and Blood, two hoods, but they was the biggest thing. And you know what I'm saying? I'm all, it's like, nigga, if me and you beefing, you ain't nothing but 4 blocks away. I come bust on you, I'll ride back. Shit, it's like, nigga, damn, we don't hear the ambulance. We like, oh, we ain't hear nothing. It's that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas ain't far from each other. It ain't hard at all. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, everything get eliminated because somebody always starts shooting it up or somebody innocent get popped. You know what I'm saying? That really ain't into nothing. You know what I'm saying? But my reason I was calling about because it don't matter about either or this president is, whatever president you're gonna be, they already been talking about, you know what I'm saying, well, if you vote for me, then we're gonna help stop you know what I'm saying, corruption, politics and all that.
I know that bullshit, real.
About, you know what I'm saying, if you vote for me, if you don't vote for me, then them people gonna get you. Same shit Biden was talking about when he was with Clinton. Like, if we don't put this crime bill in, that they're gonna get your moms and your mothers, and they're gonna rape them. And
let me say this. Let me say this, and I don't want to take your time up on your call, but I gotta say this, dog. We're gonna be civilized. We're gonna be civilized right here, and we not gonna talk with our emotions. I want to ask the question: would crime be a deterrent? Would stiff judicial punishment be a deterrent for crime? If we found out that if you get caught with, and this is exactly how Joe Biden explained it, you get caught with a piece of crack the size of a quarter, you get 5 years before any talking. The same way if you're a felon and get caught with a gun, you get 5 years before we even talk about any other charge. You got that 5 off the dick head, as niggas be saying. 5 years for a piece of crack this size. Would that deter you from selling dope? Because that's what they were trying to do. And you know, And you know, now here you go. The people who's you had you had to have a certain amount.
We were talking dope on the phone.
You had to have a certain amount of signatures within the community, I think, for something to happen. There were old ladies, there were mothers, there were even fathers who saw what crack cocaine did to their child. Some that saw what crack cocaine did to their parent, their niece, nephew. They saw how it destroyed the community and nothing was working. You couldn't talk to the person no more. They had changed. It was as if they were zombies. If I'm saying it correctly, I'm detailing what it was like back then because no one knew what the fuck it was. Kind of like pills. Till years later you find out like this is how you hop on heroin, all this shit like this. But was that just being trying to get niggas to snap back? Like, hey, look, you better put that dope down. Nigga, if you don't put that dope down, you're gonna get 5 years. Or was that a way to get niggas off the street? And the reason why I would have to say it's more of the latter is because they never did that shit with any other drug. It was already proven that this crack shit, because they put it there, that's impossible. If anybody should be given treatment centers and addiction should be looked at as a disease, it should be black people, seeing as it was debriefed that America, in conjunction with Contra and the fuck was that? They made the fucking movie about him. The nigga the investigative journalist who found out about them running the dope through. Y'all know that the black nigga that was fucking the goddamn the Griselda. He was fucking Griselda. What his name was, y'all? The nigga who was fucking Griselda, and you know what? Rick Ross. The CIA was getting the dope and putting it in the fucking California to fund the Contra war. It was debriefed that this is exactly what happened. They came out and apologized for it. At that point, you cannot say, you can't double whammy no nigga. You put the dope on us and then you come back and slam niggas in prison for it?
Around twice.
And you come back around like you fucking helping niggas out? Ain't no goddamn way a nigga can vote for fucking Biden or Kamala Harris. They work speak for itself. They not for black people. And this motherfucker come out talking to me, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. You think that niggas is that dumb? So every nigga is that dumb to say, yeah, shit, you vote for Trump, nigga, you a shit, nigga, that mean you a racist, nigga, you must not know who Trump is. No. That's our grandma and them that just watch the TV, watch Joy and watch these syndications, whatever like that, and see that, all right, that's what they say about Trump, then that must be what's true. But we see what the fuck is going on. We got the internet in our hands so we can see that we seen Trump as he came up as a playboy millionaire, all around niggas. He really got the mentality of a nigga. And a street nigga at that. That you don't scare no nigga away because the nigga said grab her by the pussy. Give a fuck. Man, listen. The fuck? Big Facts Podcast, man. Oliver North, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, my nigga. You stay on that track. I'm gonna make sure you be a moderator. Big Facts Podcast, who this here?
Hey man, this is Master Z from Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Okay, North Dakota. We got another white state in here. All right, what is it to do in North Dakota?
North Dakota, not too much, man. It's North Dakota, it's all flat land, man. Go to Minneapolis, so you got Mall of America and all that stuff. So
Muslim man.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yo, anyway, it was about, before I say what I have to say, I want to preface it with something you said about 2 years ago. It's probably like 2 years ago. And I've been watching Big Fat's podcast for a long time, since like the Finesse 2 Times video.
Ooh, boy, you know something. Ooh, that nigga that knows something. That nigga that knows something.
You said, about 2 years ago, I can't remember which video it was. You said if all black people was to take $1 and invest it in to one black person, would make a millionaire overnight. Then they can take the money and do something with it. And, you know, we can just keep doing that once a year. Every year we keep doing that, right?
Yeah.
I want to preface all that by saying that for me, I'm a capitalist. So,
Yes.
I'm trying to be, what's up?
Most definitely, like we're Americans, most definitely.
Exactly. So I'm trying to make the dollar for our people, for our advancement and all that. Okay. Now, when it comes to the presidency, we got, you know, Trump, we got Biden. For me, and it's probably like a controversial opinion, but I lean towards Trump for the simple fact that he has a plan for black people. I done looked at it, I done read it. It sounds like, you know, some fairy tale shit, but it's a plan.
Yeah.
Now, if it works, shit, that's big news for us. And kind of like one of those older videos you said a couple weeks ago. You know, you know the kind of motherfucker you're working with. You know the kind of motherfucker Trump is. But if I gotta work with this motherfucker to get the plan for my people, then I'm going with him. Biden, on the other hand, this the same nigga that done, like you said, wrote the shit on getting nigga the 3 strikes you're out rule. This nigga done helped write this shit. He done voted for the shit multiple times. Kamala Harris, same person that done went and convicted so many brothers. So off of that alone, I can't rock with somebody that has convicted my people, but I can at least work with the person, racist or not, that's trying to help my people. Hello?
He stepped out for a sec. He'll be right back in.
All right.
Yo.
Hello?
Hold on one sec.
Yeah.
What the fuck he got going on? I'm back on.
And you supposed to hold the show down. Now say it one more time.
Yeah, just real simple. I'd rather vote for somebody that's got a plan to work with my people than to vote for somebody who had a hand in the 3 strikes rule that locked up my folks. And the same, you know, and the lady that convicted a lot of my people.
And that's what I said. If I could vote, if I ruled the world, I let all my sons. No, if I had a vote, I would fuck with Trump. I would fuck with Trump. Biden is every bit of the fucking devil. Trump is too transparent. Motherfucker not gonna scare me. Nigga ain't finna do that shit to me and make me say goddamn. Nah, I'm finna goddamn fuck that shit. Nigga, I seen Trump. I don't give a fuck what the fuck Trump said. Like, he never said no shit. Like, he said ignorant shit, but he didn't say no vicious ass shit. Like, he said like stupid shit. Like, I'm gonna send some towels to Haiti or a shithole country. Some shit that niggas say behind the scenes.
That's some shit a nigga say though, yeah.
The fuck? That's what we say behind the scenes. This nigga locked up niggas after they fucking used us. Once again, used us as slaves, used us as guinea pigs in the Tuskegee experiment, then used us as the place where you drop off the fucking dope that you have to use to fund a goddamn war. Come on, man. Come on, man. Nah, fuck that, dog. The motherfucker looked evil back then, and he did that shit with such fucking, like, you know, see, I guess you would have to be a nigga who, you know, was kind of in the street a little bit, so you can actually, if you've never been up against a prosecutor, that's the vibe, or the DA, that's the vibe that, what's the name, give you. And y'all can donate to the Cash App or the PayPal. I appreciate that love. Shout out to that nigga Prolific Media. I appreciate that love, be home. But that's what that is. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm not going for the bullshit. I'm not going for the okie doke. It is what it is. Now, I'm not going to the extreme lengths that the white boys were ready to go to. They ready to goddamn, you know, slang iron about that shit. I'm not on that shit now. But, no, I ain't on that shit. But...
They said he not stepping down. They said Trump ain't stepping down.
Yeah, and like I said, you know, and that's really what I'm... Kill the messenger. That exactly. Shout out to my girl, Kitty. That's why I love her, man. That's why I say, man, I don't know where this show would be without a black woman. This is what I'm talking about, dog. Like, what? So what do we do? What do we do? Trump doesn't step down. Okay. What? And they motherfuckers start shooting. What do we do? Do we attack white people? Will the white people attack us automatically? Or like, how will that work?
You know what? The unfortunate thing is we so messed up. We don't have an infrastructure for this. We don't have a response for this.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy. Well, if it ain't a fight in the club or a goddamn or a motherfucking a nigga talking about us on Facebook, we ain't got no answer. Nigga, we know how to respond to that shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna tell a nigga we smoking your dead homie and you know whatever, we gonna shoot the club up. But when it's really the whole race is at risk of going back in slavery, then we don't got no goddamn answer. We ain't got no goddamn answer.
Niggas still ain't got them. We ain't had no plan for that for what? 7 years now.
Sure, 7.
Yeah, niggas will start killing each other before they kill a white man. Even with the goddamn, even with the motherfucking the horn blowing and saying that it's wartime and it's a race war. As soon as the laws are lifted to where you cannot be arrested for killing the niggas is going straight to them niggas who fucked their baby mama. Niggas going straight to the niggas that was talking about them on Facebook. That's who the fuck they killing.
Heard.
Yeah, they ain't gotta do nothing but wait 24 hours. They ain't gotta do shit but wait 24 hours and let us goddamn clean the shit up and they just come around the back and handle business. That's it. That's it. Even if you're not a sports fan, when the ESPN top 10 come on and you ain't seen it, you gonna watch that shit. Just to see what niggas did.
Ain't owning shit.
Well, all right, Bill Holmes, man. Appreciate your time, man.
Oh, he took that shit. I appreciate that love, my nigga. Stay good out there, man, and let me know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, it's dangerous out here right now, man. These folks ain't going for it.
Are you armed?
Oh, yeah, you know I got it on me.
Handle business, my nigga. That love.
Nah, thank you.
All right,
Yeah, like I said, there must be best catches or something. But yeah, So, like I said, man, at this point in time, it's a new day. Um, the reason why I never gave a fuck about presidents is because shit ain't never changed, I guess, in my life. But I mean, I guess if we going by, dog, let's be for real, dog. Every black American thought that they was gonna get paid $1 million if Obama won. Did we get stipends? Didn't they give out stipends when Obama was elected? Didn't they give out like some stipends and shit like that when Obama got elected? It wasn't nothing given when Obama got in, wasn't it? Something like not the free phone. What was it? Didn't somebody? It wasn't. So no stimulus came. Free phones. I guess that's something. I wish I would have got an Obama phone. That would have been good.
For it. Taxpayer shit.
All the broke folks had the Obama phone though.
Still.
Yeah. How many minutes did the Obama phone have on it? Ooh.
If you weren't broke, would you walk around with that phone?
Yeah. I want that bitch. I can. I ain't. Yeah, no, nigga don't want that goddamn. They said what? 500 minutes.
You gotta be 50 and older. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna call you on my Obama phone. Oh man, they said the stipend was $250 and they had 500 minutes on it. But that nigga, Professor Dot said, goddamn, what we got in Obama presidency is gay rights. Well, they said he was pushing for that alphabet gang shit. The tracker phone. Obama phone, the tracker phone. Cash for cluckers. They was listening. Shit. They were listening before that. Yeah, dawg, I just wanted to know, man, you know, what the plan was. What do we as a collective have a plan or something like that? And nigga, this to be honest, to be real, like nigga, who the fuck gonna protect us? That I guess that's the real question. I ain't wanna just.
That's really what black gangs for. Supposed to be for.
Ooh, boy, did you hear what that nigga just said? Ooh, that nigga dropped the mic tonight, ain't him, y'all? That nigga said that, didn't it? Ooh, woo. Boy, look, just because you said that, I'm definitely gonna have, I'm gonna have to bring in, if you are a gang member and you want a Patreon, call the line. I want to talk to you. All of my gang members.
The thing about it, they don't got how the shit originated on, so they don't even know that shit. They don't even know that shit.
I think some do, but you right.
Ain't nobody going off that shit.
Yeah, you right. Niggas was patrolling the neighborhood.
Yep.
Yep, they were supposed to take over after the Black Panthers and shit like that.
Black militia.
Yep.
I mean, it's still out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're on some other shit now.
Where my gang members at? Where my active gang members at? During these times, during these troubled times, we have to call on the gangs. Now, we found out that Lunel was big camping when she said the Klan came to Fort Worth, came to Stop 6 where the old women was voting at, and the white boys the Proud Boys and the Klan and all these motherfuckers came down there pushing down old ladies and spitting on old ladies, telling them if they don't vote for Trump, they gonna hang them, and niggas ain't do shit. We found out that was a fucking lie. Niggas was outside, and that's why I spoke on that and let it be known that that shit was not true. And I don't give a fuck what the rappers, how gangster the rappers talk and not be about that shit. It's gonna be men, black men in every neighborhood that's not finna let nobody come out that bitch and push down their fucking grandma. Fuck what niggas talking about, like, nigga. It's gonna be a black man who say no. Hell, fuck no.
Die by head, huh?
Yeah, nigga, every, we not finna lump every black man into the fucking rapper category. No. Let them do that. And that's what Lumel did. The black community, all black men are not thugs. That's some Trump way of thinking. Trump, look, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, that's some Trump way of thinking. Well, that's who people think Trump is, so fuck it.
That's how you feel.
Yep, that is how he feel. He a white man. White man see a black man, older white man especially. We supposed to be able to tell which one of ours. We supposed to be able to tell which one of ours is a. Oh, shout out to that boy Brandon Smith once again showing love. I appreciate that, big home. I need my active. I need my active. Yeah, Ho Biden. That you know he don't see niggas as nothing but thugs. Look at that. Very good, Brandon Smith. I feel that. Gangs was protecting the neighborhood until they dropped that dope. That dope devastated us. Dog, by every account, Crenshaw, all that shit, NFAC ain't the only black army, big bro. And you know what? I can believe that. It's just the only one that I saw, and I just got so happy when I saw black men in public, in a crowd, in a group of black men being disciplined. I remember I saw the Hebrew Israelites. It was a video of them. It seemed like this a non-stop fucking line, like a never-ending fucking line of black men. All of them in line and discipline, and they were all singing one song like on for I've been at the military so long, a cadence. Like, I hear the chopper hovering, they're hovering overhead. They're picking up the wounded, they're picking up the dead. Huh?
What you getting at though?
I was saying that them niggas was fucking goddamn. I like to see that. I like to see that shit. I like to see black men out there doing what they say that we can't do, which is come together. And then, so that was the first time I saw the Hebrew Israelites in this like a never-ending fucking line. Just niggas all in the street in a straight line, and they had platoon leaders and shit like that. And then when NFAC came out there and had them goddamn choppers out and just niggas strapped the fuck up in public, coming out there to check them white boys. Coming out there to check them white boys. Yo.
What's up with you, big homes? He said all the active people called in and Bobby Cash. I wanted to speak on what he said. He said some real true shit.
Okay, Bobby. Okay, I'm gonna get you on. Um, hold on one second. Hold on one second. But dog. So I guess that's not the only army. You know what I'm saying? We have, but when I seen them niggas goddamn descend upon that place where the fucking clan was fucking made and shit like that. And maybe it was a symbolic victory and shit like that. But just for a nigga man who just went down the wrong path and lost all my rights and for no fucking reason either. Uh, just to see somebody stand up to that white man, and y'all have seen me on Instagram when Daphne, when any police get behind me, I make sure that my seatbelt ain't on, and I make sure I hit the yellow line, all that bullshit. Hit the yellow line, make sure my phone out like this here, and we and I'm ready for them, because what I'm saying, now I'm ready because I feel like a bitch because my pride is hurt because I know that I had to tuck my tail. I was a slave because I had to hope, man, I hope I hope he don't pull me over, and if he do pull me, yes sir, officer. Yes, no, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I know, sir. Yes, sir. And he can say anything. You need to slow this motherfucker down. Yes, sir. I know, sir. I know, sir. I know, sir. I'm sorry about that. What the hell is wrong with you? I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I would have to do that because I got warrants. I'm always on the run. You know what I'm saying? Or it's like I didn't have time to eat all the dough. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that I get a chance to goddamn get this shit out my damn pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I'm scared as fuck. But now, as I got my life together, everything is legit. Man, pull me over, man. I want to talk to you like a man is supposed to talk to a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But so when I see a nigga, and then when you be locked up and shit like that, all these fucking people in uniform over, and even on the street, motherfuckers over exert their power. They over exert their power. You know what I'm saying? And making me feel like I'm less than because you got on this uniform and shit. So yeah, I like that shit when motherfuckers go against the grain. And that's why I say I gotta get my goddamn rights back, man. I gotta get my goddamn rights back. I gotta get my rights back, man. But go ahead, Bobby. What's going on?
So he was like, well, all the gangsters and like gang members that half the time, let me just break it down into two parts. One, the ones who do want to protect the community don't have nobody to actually lead and show them. Just like they can get the old war veterans who have nowhere to go and who don't even get help from the government, who can teach them how to conceal, carry, and be a militia just accordingly. But you also, secondly, you have those niggas amongst them who try to influence them to keep doing ratchet shit, and it's stopping them from like making a collective order. Because I got a homie out in Cali, he live in Compton, and I was like, y'all got pyramid beds and stuff out there, and there's a lot of homies that's not even blood that I fuck with, and they want to know about, like, you know what I'm saying, their history and shit. So he was like, why don't you just incorporate them? Why don't you have them the ones who intelligence turn into math teachers for the street, the ones who can carry guns, who got veteran fathers, you know what I'm saying, start a militia, and why don't you incorporate them in the tribes? He was like, I'm doing that right now, and I'm doing my best. So he's just like, we got to separate the niggas from the Negroes. He was like, well, niggas always in the mix trying to make shit a joke and trying to make shit fun. You can't get the street niggas who really can protect and serve and do their own thing to make their head focus because they are around too many motherfuckers who not come and balanced like they are. They are around too many unbalanced people.
Or ignorant motherfuckers.
That's right too.
Who just don't know no better.
Yeah, and then that you can't let no, and see that's what I'm saying. You gotta have some type of standard, man. You gotta have some type of standard if you want to be righteous. I want to talk about something that was just posted. It said Iran, Russia, and China gonna help Biden win. Trump supporters gonna burn it down. Then America will get sneak attack. That is another thing about it. If we go into a civil war, we will be divided, and divided we will be weak. So a country could come and use that time to finally take over Big Brother.
Fuck divided now.
Hey, Holmes, you mind if I say something about this political stuff when you finish? I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Everybody who's watching, like, are y'all not actually grasping the fact that you're watching two people who shake hands behind the scenes make you go against each other over shit that they just want the world to be like? It's like if people don't grasp the concept of man-made. Right now, you're watching the man-made alchemy of two people victimizing people's brains over power just to make y'all go against each other, just to seem like their ego can be stroked. Right now, people just really wanting to take over shit. All they gotta do is just let them motherfuckers do that shit on their own. Leave white people to that shit. Because basically, being a Negro, you are the main foundation of politics. You're a 1.5 trillion spending company, and you don't have no hand in the business.
Damn.
Like, literally, how is black people the most expensive, the number one political foundation asset, but you have none of the trust funds to the asset?
That nigga said some shit then, boy. That nigga said some shit then. That nigga asked the question then, boy.
Because I believe in black people. And then on top of that, when you lead into the word black people don't know, like, they got a lot of descendants from around the country. So technically, all your resources are being plugged. And then if you look at it right now, every time politics swing back around, nobody's there to be an ally with the black people. Everybody's throwing that stock out in the open just to see which side that they go to. So right now, black people need to know that you're a stock. Every time elections come around, Mexicans don't want to say that they're part of your heritage. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, nobody's a part of being black no more. Nobody's foundation started with needing black people first. But all of a sudden, when this shit over, everybody's going to be like, we cool with y'all again. BLM this, BLM that. Fuck that other side this, fuck that other side that. You voted for her, I needed you to vote for, so you cool with me. In my eyes, you did something I wanted you to do, not something that was actually better for you.
But love the culture.
But look, exactly.
So that's all I wanted to say. Like, I just want to get the black people's minds right.
Yeah, I mean, but that's man. Okay, all right. Now somebody's saying they did give out money. Yeah, that was heavy, my nigga. That was heavy. I don't know how to get black people's mind right.
I got one way that they can get their mind right. If they want to quit being niggas. Niggas want to grab to the word nigga when they don't know that's the essence that was conjured up from a negative connotation. They need to learn the alchemy of words, because if they don't even know that being black is a business and you're attaching to a business you have no trust fund in, then every word that you think they're using in your best benefit, they're legalese the fuck out of your mind to rape your pockets every day.
But you know what? A lot of people, because I'm listening to you, man. That shit, you saying some heavy shit. I'm gonna tell you, dog. A lot of people, it's exactly how they want them.
You're right, and that is a fact.
Exactly, dog. Do you know that if we could get our head out our ass, election wouldn't mean shit to us, because every year we spend $4 billion on fucking hair.
Yep.
On hair alone, dog. What the fuck would the election do for us? Like, the election don't matter for shit, nigga. We got $4 billion, nigga. $4 billion into the black community, nigga. Please, you know what I'm saying? If we, as I was saying, the 30-day crime fast. If we can stop doing crime to each other. Dog, just to each other, dog. Like, no crime to each other. That means no selling dope to another. Dog, I'll even fucking concede, but I can't concede because that is why we fucked up. Dog, we have to get this fucking weed out our fucking, dog. You know what? Let's say this. If you are below the poverty line, you cannot smoke weed. Dog, let's just do that. If you want to smoke weed, you gotta have some money. Have some money and smoke weed, because the issue is you looking at these motherfuckers on this internet with these big ass bags of weed and smoking cookies, some zookies, all that shit like that. But nigga, you not getting shit accomplished. You not getting nothing accomplished. Every day it's the same. Me and Brent was just talking about that. How a lot of people have to go and find social events in whatever it is. If it's your kids' PTSA, or whatever the fuck it's called, PSA, PTA, whatever the fuck. meeting, you got to go there and ask a million questions because that's the only time you're able to get out the house. Other than that, is wake up, go to work, get off, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, get off, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, get off, go to sleep, wake up, go to work. It's the same shit every day. And with that, it comes like a damn near a sense of imprisonment. Dog, and I know about that shit. Like, I know, dog, this is one of the main reasons why I had to get this fucking studio. I could not work and live in the same place. I could not do that shit. Like, that shit will fuck you up. Like, and I've had this shit even when I was, working bullshit jobs, just fucking hating the way that it smelled. Hating looking at the same fucking disgusting truck coming in and the same fucking line and all this bullshit. Hating that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the word? Stagnation is death, man. It's death. Like to be in this same spot, and so we want to grow, we want to build, we want to do something new, but we can't do that because it's so hard to deal with that when you have this strain of addiction on your back, and you wonder why you can't move forward, and it's because you're trapped in this, like, you think that you can control this shit and you can't. Dog, you can get $1 million, and this is how they play us like this. They can give income tax to those under the poverty line because it's a reason that they're below the poverty line. They're gonna spend that money the same way they did last year. Get a TV for the kids, go buy a lemon and shit like that, and by the middle of the fucking year, the car done broke down, the kids done broke the fucking TVs, or somebody done stole them shits, or you didn't have to pawn the motherfuckers because you ain't got no more money. And then you start the shit all over again at the beginning of the year. Stagnation, and what's the word? When you gotta do the same thing every day. Not consistency. What the hell? Not consistency.
Damn TV.
Huh? Yeah, the kids that broke the damn TV. The kids that broke the goddamn TV. The motherfucker they had to go pawn the TV because she needed $20 for gas to get to her bullshit ass job. She had to give it to somebody because her bullshit car and broke down. Dog, I told y'all, I was listening to that goddamn Gotti this morning. Man, let me show y'all, man. Let me show y'all what the fuck I was listening to this morning, man.
Hey, home, guys.
You right. I'm gonna go
Hey, I'm gonna let you go home so you can get some more calls in.
I appreciate that, my nigga.
All right, my nigga.
All right. Big Face Podcast, who this?
It's your boy, Pop Doty, OG.
Hold on, say it one more time.
Pop Doty, OG.
Say it one more time. I'm trying to.
Prof Doty.
Mob Doty.
Prof. Prof.
Proud. Come on, you know that name ain't easy to not reputation, completion, repetitive. Yeah, repetitive lifestyle, my nigga. Like the same thing every day. That shit gonna fuck you up, man.
Man, like for real. Man, all I wanted to say though, for real, bro, is like black people, bro. Like right now, we are behind. Like we are behind like a motherfucker. Like it's not even funny how like we are being manipulated and we can't even see like none of that as like a whole. Yeah, it's like a certain few that see, it's the chosen ones that we can see through the matrix and everything like that, but it's a shame how everybody in our community gets sucked in and get manipulated to all the little bullshit games that that's being played on us. I don't know if you see what I'm talking about.
No, I see exactly what you're talking about. And it's not just us, it's every race. But like I said, we don't have the luxury that other races have.
Exactly.
Like I said, if there was like, but I don't know that answer, so I don't really want to say that. Like if there were Mexicans getting killed the way we're getting killed by police, if there were whites getting killed the way we're getting killed, like the last thing I saw about a white boy getting killed or the white boy getting into it, some shit with the police. This nigga shot both they motherfucking ass because they took a long ass time to try to get him out the car. They treated that motherfucker with all courtesy, and he killed one of them motherfuckers on side that damn road. They get them motherfuckers that type of leeway, but then they treat us like we got the fucking bomb in our book bag. And like I said, we have to stop expecting anything else from them. But like I said, that boy.
I'm gonna think about this. What if we policed our own communities? What if every race policed their own communities? I heard this from one cat. I forgot his name, Pharaoh. You know, he talked about policing our own communities. And, you know, when you just think about it, bro, if a black person, if we only had black people to police our own communities, you throw race out. If white people only had white people to police their own communities, you throw race out. So when it all comes down to it, you doing some fucked up shit. You know, you gonna catch that L. So I mean, and it could really all be that simple. It's really just like, what's really going on? Why are we really?
You know what, man? You know what? As much as I wish it was that simple, it won't be, because we got niggas who was raised around white people, and that's all they know is white people. They wouldn't understand being in the black community. I'm talking they are more white than some white people. Like, it's this, and that's what I'm saying. If we gonna get on to some real shit, to some real shit, I don't see why motherfuckers. It's new people here, so I guess they don't know. You don't get the call-in number. You got to be a patron to get the call-in number. Go to patreon.com and look up Ayo Consaco, and choose your tier. If you get a lieutenant or better, then you get the call-in number every week, every time we go live. But here it is, man. If we being honest, man.
We ever had our own communities, though, you know what I'm saying? But that was a threat, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, they burn that shit down, you know what I'm saying? So they that shit.
Yes, we did. We had our own community, and they burnt it down.
Communities.
Yeah, communities. Yep. Tulsa is one of them, and they burnt it down. And then after that, they dropped that dope on us, and so they destroyed our mind. They burnt down our buildings, but we could rebuild the buildings. But when they burnt down our minds, that was it. That was the one.
And really, and I'm glad you touched that, because really, I really think that and everybody can see we emotional. Since everything that's happening to us, man, we real emotional people. So like that shit right there alone affects us, like, indirectly. Just the emotions that's been put through all this stuff that we've been through. That's also keeping us back, like holding us back as a whole.
Yep.
Our emotions.
We are extremely emotional. If you want to make black people mad, you can just say nigger, and they'll be, oh, look what he said. He said nigger. Like, the fuck, man. Like, we cannot be that easily provoked. You know, if I control your emotions, I control you. If I decide whether or not you're gonna be mad today, I'm your master. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother told me, what grade I was in, but she told me that I got mad that the kid said yo mama, and I'm sure whatever like that. We fell to the ground tussling or whatever.
School.
What was that? It was earlier than that.
Oh.
It was earlier than that. If they can, what?
Like, most shit back in middle school.
Oh yeah. If they can, they don't know me. That's bullshit they're saying. Like, they don't know me. If they can make you jump by saying something about me, you're gonna be jumping forever. You can't show them what, they say something about, your mama, you say, all right, man, whatever, you don't need to know my mama. And she was just showing me, like, you know what I'm saying, like, that shit's not important. And so, but if you say, Man, that white boy calls you a nigga, you ain't do shit. It's like, you a hoe. You a hoe for that.
That's the thing right now.
Yeah, like, you a hoe.
What about your own folks?
That's where we losing.
What about your own folks? Your old puss ass nigga, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What about your own folks?
Yeah.
Our women, you know what I'm saying? Brothers, sisters, all that shit.
That's real. That's real too. Like, and we allow ourselves to be so easily pushed. All a nigga gotta do is it's like I said, and it gets easier and easier the more tapped in you are with this entertainment shit, or like really entertainment, because the more clout you have, the less a motherfucker is able to say about you. Like if you, and that's what the rap trap is also, and the labels know that, like they can get beef started. I told y'all about that. Like if I'm a label, as soon as I'm gonna get my artist in some legal trouble, I'm gonna send somebody at him and keep egging him on until he hits the person that I sent at him, and I'm gonna tell the person that he hits to sue him, or and the first charges, because that's how you control a nigga, like you know what I'm saying?
Because as an artist, the label on your ass.
Yeah, like you know that's what as soon as he about to get out the label and shit like that, that's what I would do. So like in order to catch these motherfuckers, yeah, man, that shit's over with.
We just gotta be more educated and more aware, dog. I ain't trying to take up too much more of your time.
No.
Yeah, dog. As people, fool, like we emotional. You know, it's kind of fucked up that people just going off of straight emotion and just going vote for Biden, and they don't know shit about
real talk.
And I'm looking at everything, both sides. I don't let nobody tell me shit.
Shit. Let me, like, you know what I'm saying? Just give me the information. Let me decide for myself.
Exactly. So, like, I don't let nobody tell me a damn thing. Like, I didn't pull up so much evidence on Biden and the corruption, his son. Like, bro, that shit sickening. Like, I don't even want to see that shit again.
Yeah.
The shit I didn't pull it up. So it's just like, if everybody knew that, would you vote for this man? Hell nah. So it's just like the lack of information that's given, and the lack of like information that you go out and seek, like that shit is sickening, because people just listening to the next man and we losing. Like that shit is crazy.
And it wouldn't matter what the fuck you said about Biden at this point. Motherfuckers would just like, we gotta get Trump out of there. He gonna get like, man, what the fuck, man? Like, but that's where we at this point. That's where we at. That's where we at. And it's always gonna be more sheep than there is shepherds, more Indians than there is chief, and that's how it should be. But in a situation like this, it gets annoying because it's like you can't see that this is bullshit.
Bullshit. And then don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Trump is, goody two shoes or whatever like that, but there is some light to what he has done for us.
Exactly.
Yeah, granted this pandemic shit, came about, but like really before this pandemic, I was booming. I had a good job, career job, everything, making, salary up there, doing my thing. And after all this shit didn't happen, I'm unemployed, all that other shit, and then like they trying to blame all that shit on Trump. And I'm just like, yo, son, that's not really his fault. Like, and I'm
dog,
like,
and
I'm trying to say like
that right there has to do with the real leaders, motherfuckers, that their power isn't restricted to a land mass. Their power is international. Now that's when we start talking about Bill Gates, you know what I'm saying, and owning patents on vaccines. That's when we start getting into that type of talk. You know what I'm saying? Because cash is king once again. No matter what country you go to, I hear that when you go to these different countries, as soon as you get there, it's motherfuckers there trying to sell you shit on the side of the goddamn, you know what I'm saying, the road. Like, you go to these third world countries, like their dream is to get to America. So everybody on this planet wants money. And so in a place where cash is king, it's not who the fuck is the president of America. It's who has the most money. Well, I don't know if that's true. But you know what? I think it is true because even as we talk about the those sheiks, the sheiks that have the oil sheiks, like we don't hear about them motherfuckers until there's some big shit going on. They fund a lot of shit. They fund a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why a lot of these real billionaire motherfuckers, real money and influence, motherfuckers don't give a fuck about no goddamn election. They fund the election and they fund both sides of it. And that goes back to the whole thing about the rich get richer. Man, come on, man. You get paid more than the president. Like, the fuck? So that means that when you walk into the room, the president stands for you. Because they're trying to get you to invest in their campaign.
It's all politics. It's all politics. It's all shit is politics.
That shit is
gotta play their game.
So it's like, you know, that's why I say, man, it starts. We ain't got no business trying to see what the fuck is going on with no election until we can get this shit to the point where motherfuckers ain't trying to have babies by fucking drug addicts so they can get a house in the fucking projects, man.
Get your mind right.
Get your damn mind right, man.
Yeah, we gotta start with ourselves.
So I tell my men,
Exactly.
I say, you know, as a man, follow the 3 S's so that don't give that nab, no matter what race, don't give her that power over you to where she has your child and now she might can have you by the balls by tying you up in court or just not letting you see your child. Yeah, folks, and shout out to Hologram EMC said, and folks still can't see this shit. That's correct. You know what I'm saying? Because
man, it's crazy you saying that, bro. Because I have a son. You know, me and the mom, we didn't really work out, but you know, I'm not trying to put her on blast or nothing like that, but she, you know, attempted to try to keep me away from my son. But me knowing the man I wanted to be, you know, I want to, you know, be that change in the generation. Like, I'm not going to be the person like, you know, well, you know, fuck her, fuck my son, all that shit. No, I wanted to be that man like, nah, whatever she's saying, fuck that. Like, I'm going to be there. I'm going to make sure I'm in his life. So, like, whatever narrative y'all trying to paint on me, like, that shit ain't even going to come my way. Because I'm setting the narrative. Like, this is what I want to do. This is, you know, this. And son, I literally drove. Like, cause he was in Houston, I was in San Antonio at the time, so I would literally drive every weekend just to make sure I spent time with him. He saw me, he knew who I was, and can't nobody tell him, you know, your daddy wasn't there, your daddy was a deadbeat, none of that. So I made sure, and you know, it's crazy that you know, you putting that out there. Cause like I actually went through that shit. I actually had to, you know, drive my ass every weekend, come out here, pack a bag, boom, find somewhere to stay. But shit, I made sure I'm with him. He had my undivided attention. You know, and now we doing everything.
See, and it's so crazy, man.
He just had a birthday yesterday too. I bought him some jail. I bought him all types of stuff.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And I hate to hear that about you. You know, that job situation shit. But you know, this, like I said, like and like with what you got going on. See, you can't be all like this bitch all fucked up on weed and on dope like that, man. We gotta.
Oh, I'm a grower, man. So yeah, that's a business. That's how I make my money. So if that's what you're looking at my pictures, that's my business. I actually grow medically. So,
No. I'm looking at the camera, but no, that's like I said, and see, that's what I'm saying. Like it's money. In that, and see, like I said, I just wish, man, motherfuckers to stop thinking that the same thing that worked for him is gonna work for you. Like, if you know, we oftentimes as men, fuck that oftentimes shit. Every man knows what his issue is. Every man knows what his problem is.
Nigga, everybody knows their problem issue.
No, I think there's some nabs out there that are really, well, I don't know. I think they know what the fuck.
They truly know that shit.
Yeah, bitch, you know you fat, bitch. You can go out this bitch. You can go out this bitch. How much they say that shit is? You can go out this bitch and work out, bitch, and get your shit together, but you too lazy. But every man, I'm gonna say this on this to be honest. Every man, oh man, boy, that nigga organic soul gumbo, boy, you nigga, you a goddamn fool, boy. Boy, you a goddamn fool, boy. That nigga said know your fucking number. Boy, that's classic Ayo shit, boy. Man, look, know your fucking number and act your number. That was a big thing of mine. Like, bitch, if you are a fucking 7 dressed up, stop acting like you are a fucking dime. If a nigga treat you like a dime, then you know it's bullshit. That's why you need to know your number. Because if you a 5 and a nigga come over this bitch, and we're not talking about a nigga actually seeing your inside. A nigga has to see your inside in order to see your fucking inside. Meaning, the nigga ain't just gonna walk on, ooh, goddamn, look, you finding a motherfucker. Nah, like, you know that you a 5, so you know this nigga is on some other shit. If he coming at you, he gonna say, hey, what's, like, it's gonna be a different type of meeting because you know that you not that type of love at first sight type bitch. Like, you are a get to know me and I'm a cool person type bitch. You know what I'm saying? Know your fucking number. And if there's a way for you to upgrade your number, then do that. Period, point blank. If your issues come from being self-conscious about, in which this is what women have. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. As a woman, you want to feel sexy, but don't fucking make me fucking lie and I gotta do drugs and get drunk in order to treat you like you sexy because I'm just fucked up. No, bitch, if that's what you truly want and that makes you feel more whole, then work for it. And that's where the issues come in at when we have to work for shit.
Also, you talking about you wasn't drinking, you dumbed yourself down to do it.
Exactly. And we can't leave that out. Don't play the game. And that's why I like the way I live now. As awkward as some situations may be, I tell the truth. Hey, this is how I feel about this. So that we can get a understanding. If that's not what the person meant when they said something, then we can get there. But hey, yesterday when you said this, I felt like, and the person can be like, oh no, not like that, or hey, I don't feel good. I'm gonna go lay down. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm today, I need to just go take a walk. When I was walking, every time I be walking like down by his house, and I be going to the treatment center place, the place where they have the AA meetings and shit like that. It was on the other side of the road. But anytime that he would see me walking, he would always stop and make sure I don't need a ride or whatever like that. And I would tell him I'm clearing my mind. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you like. That's perfect on both ends. You know, your friend stops and make sure you're okay. Hey, you need a ride? No, I'm good. And then you did the right thing by saying, I need to figure this shit out. And so being outspoken and letting it be known what's going on with you. As I said, it may be awkward at times, but it's the best way to be. So that a person never has to, and you do this with all of your relationships that you have, whether it be mother, son, father, daughter, a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, you know, aunt, nephew, whatever situation you in, you're telling them exactly, and you're going to have to do this. If you're on a substance, alcohol, pills, weed, whatever the fuck it may be, if you're on that shit and you're getting off of it, you're going to have to do that shit. You're gonna have to start being able to do what's awkward and say, "Hey, I'm going through this." You know what I'm saying? I'm in a, like I'm in a negative state right now. I shouldn't be around anybody. That's how I am. If I'm in a if I'm fuming, yeah, if I'm mad about something, if I'm fucking, fuming about some shit, whatever, I don't want nobody around because I don't want to accidentally pass off that negative vibe that I have onto them, and then they wondering, damn, what did I do to him? You know what I'm saying? I like to deal with things on my own. When I was, like I said, when I was walking, I would be trying to figure out what it was I was doing wrong on YouTube before I figured out the back door on YouTube and shit like that. I upload a video. Now I wonder why it wouldn't perform a certain way, and them walks helped me, walk down what the solution was and find that back door, which now I sell for thousands of dollars. Um, and we have to go through that shit. But once again, I was not able to get anything going until I got off drugs. Period, point blank. It is what it is. There is no other way to say it. Whether you say it's God or you say it's the universe, I did not get any substantial blessings until I was able to handle them properly. Because like I said, you give a broke motherfucker, a broke-minded motherfucker, $1 million, he just has $1 million until he runs out. But he's definitely gonna run out because he's broke-minded. You can be an average-minded motherfucker and run through $1 million and be broke. It's a percentage of motherfuckers who win the lottery that are broke after 5 years. It's not about what you physically have, and what you'll figure out as you go through life. What you will definitely figure out, what you'll figure out is getting the money is not the problem.
For real.
Man, I want to say this, but I don't know if this is accurate as far as I think every American by the age of 30 years old has went through their hands $1 million.
I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate. I know, like, as a street nigga or
maybe something happened. I won't say it.
But street nigga, a street nigga, you should have, ran. You should definitely have touched $1 million.
Not necessarily them either.
Yeah, hell no, not them. I don't know, like, cause crackheads get a lot of fucking money. If you look at how much they spend, and you know what, the crackhead will know that they have a lot of money because the nigga that they getting the dope from, how they treat them and shit like that. Like, that's a power. That's what you call a power lick. They come through and they always, you know what I'm saying, that 50 is hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's how you come up and shit. But dog, our problem is not no fucking election, period, point blank. I came on here to ask the question, should we be prepared for anything? But as far as an election, who we would vote for is only going to start an argument. That's not important. Just like our religion, our difference in religion and difference in political standings, it would only start an argument, but it won't help us as a whole. As a whole, what we need to do is something physical, and that physical thing is, man, if I could make it simple and clear, females stop buying hair and males stop buying weed. That's what I would say. If you had one thing you could do to help the black race, like you had something that you had to tell the women, you had something that you had to tell the men, and they had to do it. I would tell the men to stop. I think I would tell the men to be celibate until marriage. I would tell the women to stop buying hair. That would be my rule. That would be my rule. Women.
I would say research your history as far back as you can.
That's a big one right there.
Knowing who you are. Man, but you, dog, that's what I'm saying. I feel like, dog, knowing, and you know what? That would help people. It would help them. It would like, hey, look who we are and stuff like that. But if you hide in a motherfucker, like that addiction, that shit that's gonna rule over it. But like I said, if you had something that they had to do, what would you say?
I say, man, really, yeah, social media. That's probably the biggest thing. But not really like social media, but like the what I'm looking for, I wouldn't even say, all right, let me take that. I would really just say we just need to love one another, like on some real shit. Just keep it real simple. We just need to love one another because the love is going out of there. All we doing is just hating one another. We hating on what the next person got, whether you realize it or not, or it's just a lot of hate going around. If we just come and just love one another, bro, it really be a way better thing. Like
they're right.
Erase all of it, bro.
I see you, Kitty. I see you. You know I salute you. And to this nigga who said, "Isn't your God worth arguing for?"
I don't know who God is.
Let go of white Jesus. Simple. Religion is not what has us fucked up. The world turned to zombies with these phones.
Lie yourself.
Love you, like, and look, dog. When motherfuckers say love yourself, that shit means so much, dog. That mean eating right. You know what I'm saying? Love it.
If I gotta cut your ass off,
Yeah.
all that shit.
Mental health.
Ooh, that's heavy there. Cutting the right people off, no matter what. If it's a negative, man, that shit's so heavy right there because let's say that a motherfucker, because I had a consultation last weekend with a guy who was having an issue. Consultations are still $100 an hour. We haven't went up on that price yet. He was having an issue with his child's mother. He would see the child, but have to deal with the mother as he see the child, and it's a package deal. So the child came with the mother instead of the mother coming with the child, and you could tell it was eating at him. And I had to tell him, until you get that shit squared away in court, because this how fucked up they got it. Until you get it squared away in court, you're gonna have to let that child go. And the good thing about it though is if your child is a certain age, they not even gonna remember that shit in their memory. They not gonna remember that little time where you wasn't there for real, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to be at the brink of harming anyone because a motherfucker is that negative. So no matter what the relationship is, you need to be well. Do not allow that negative energy around you like that. You shouldn't have that negative energy like that. That ain't no good. So that's real shit. Yet you gotta protect your peace. Like at the end of the day, don't let no motherfucker run your shit like that, man. Don't let them do that. But I was just asking tonight, man. We got a busy day tomorrow. Still doing this Daphne Pee Wee League thing. Even if it's your mother, it doesn't matter who it is. But I want to holler at y'all, see what was going on. Shout out all the people. Make sure, like I said, you're going to the Patreon. That's where everything gonna be. You'll always be on point. Going on the Facebook and the Instagram, you'll also get a lot of good information there. A lot of good videos, but the Patreon is where you're gonna get the 2 hour long videos. and from now on they'll be on YouTube and then upload it to the Patreon instead of Google Photos and then link to the Patreon. That was just the issue we had with that last video. So make sure you get over there. I appreciate everybody donating. Everybody showing love outside the shows and the lives and shit like that. That's what keep us going. Y'all know how this show is funded. Y'all know how we rock this shit. Y'all know that this type of shit we talk about is not gonna be monetized on YouTube. Hey, shout out to that, man. When y'all, I got the Pee Wee League shit I'm doing is actually gonna be a documentary. So this is my first documentary I'm doing. It is for the city of Daphne. So it's a big spot for me. And that's what this shit is about. It's about expanding and continuing to meet new heights. And I'll talk about what me and Grump got going on, you know, after we get a little bit more into it. But we just working, man. The hardest thing I got on my plate right now is getting Ripper City to drop this project. But we're gonna keep but we're gonna keep I don't coach, I'm just shooting a documentary. I'm just directing and shooting it though. But shout out to my nigga Romeo. I'm gonna need you in a minute. I'm gonna need you, Romeo, for the graphics and shit. But shout out to Hologram EMC. Y'all know if y'all want to get straight at me and shit like that, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, and show love. Ripper City, go ahead and play us out, man, so we can get on out of here. Let's see what we got in the box right here. Y'all know we got new heat on the way coming. But and also we the AO Nation bonus packages. Stay on the lookout for those. They'll be there in a minute, even though it's cold outside. Y'all know I might drop the goddamn how to avoid a nab t-shirt. I mean the sweaters. You know what I'm saying? You never know how we gonna do it. But y'all keep on working with us, keep on rocking with us, and we're gonna keep on riding, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's all it is. I appreciate everybody love. Once again, Cash App, PayPal is always where you can see it. Support the show, man. Y'all know how we rock. Love. We working. Go ahead.
Much money on my mind, my head hurt. And ever since a youngin', I've been diving head first. This shit a head rush. And my style is so wavy, I don't need no damn rush. I make this shit look easy, I don't need no damn love. These niggas, they be hating, I don't get no damn fuck. Don't worry about my money, need to get your bread up. I ain't worried about these niggas, cause I'm getting my bread up. I do this shit, I'm head first. I kill this shit like Dancer. Pockets blue like Dancer. I got verses damn church. I'm rude as hell a damn jerk. So much I damn her. She won't get better damn flirt. I'm sexy than a damn jerk. Wow, I feel like a new kid. I've been doing this shit for a while, yeah. I could be a new sex, yeah, I could've been me. I'm personally fighting cause I get it straight up the muscle. And these niggas they running, they bitter, they stole my recipe, really be mustard. I got plenty of hustle, ain't got time for no tussle. Yeah, my night be painted black, and she better with bullshit. She my money, let's see the fans, cause they really do blow it. And these niggas comedians, these niggas too funny, yeah. If I was a breaker, I would fail, if a bread will burn it. And if I was a river, I would flood, but the niggas they flowing. And if I was a beat, I would sting, cause the nigga be buzzing. And if I was a cup, I would lean, cause the niggas they blowing. I'm hungry for money, I'm munching, got a map to the money, I'm going. When I talk to the thing, I be swerving. I'm going, cash flow flowing. I go out of town, I'm bored, and I'm treating myself like a brat. If I wanted to get it, I'm going. I got so much money on my mind, my head hurt. And ever since a youngin', I've been diving head first. This shit a head rush. hairbrush. This shit a hairbrush. And my style is so wavy, I don't need no damn brush. I make this shit look easy, I don't need no damn look. These niggas they be eating, I don't get no damn fuck. Don't worry about my money, need to get your bread up. I ain't worried about these niggas, cause I'm getting my bread up. I do this shit, I'm niggas in my game, it's all my shit got big in my ear. I'm start my label, sign myself, got artists study here. I'm set this money, leave this country, I'ma disappear. I'm not being appear, I'm just being real, am I being clear? Y'all so transparent, I can see through y'all. We not seeing eye to eye at all, because I see through y'all. I got your little shawty so way down, I think she need a call. I'm not shaking niggas' hands because they crabs and carry claws. Carry on, shawty, call me Poppy, but I'm not a Paul. Shawty all up in my life and tell me shit like Santa Claus. I'm just a kid, cause they loner, I don't fuck with y'all. Treat it like a bitch, just get your motherfucking shake it off. Yeah, I feel this shit in my head, I got this shit all in my hands like I'm fruition. I'm a professor, take me tuition. I got the recipe, not in the kitchen. I got the recipe, not in the kitchen, my lab in the lab. I'm a chemist and I'm gonna do, but I'm really a genius. And that when the truth, what you do, gotta see me, you gotta see me, Ray-Ban. Shout out, she a bird right, you can. I had to get three, some two fans. Goddamn, sit it with his whole ass. Goddamn, sit it with his whole ass. When I say I'm trying to make the whole ass, I can get it slow, but I won't fast. They step on like a dumb ass. I had so much money on my mind, my head hurt. And ever since a youngin', I've been diving head first. This shit a hairbrush, this shit a hairbrush. And my style is so wavy, I don't need no damn brush. I make this shit look easy, I don't need no damn look. These niggas they be eating, I don't get no damn fuck. Don't worry about my money, need to get your bread up. I ain't worried about these niggas, cause I'm getting my bread up. I do this shit, I'm head first.
I'm head first. Who's still up in here, man?
No.
Let me see. What they saying about?
I don't know.
Let's see.
I don't know. Watch the screen, bro.
Could y'all hear the song? Let me see.
What they saying about? I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. Watch the screen, bro. I do this shit, I'm head first. I kill this shit like dead. I can do like dead first. I got versus damn church. I'm really tell a damn church. So much like damn church. She calls it bad a damn church. I'm flexing cat a damn church. I still a little kid. I've been doing this shit for a while, yeah. I still can't do things. I do this for me. I'm personally fighting because I get this shit up the muscle. The niggas ain't running, they good at this all. My recipe good, you mustard. I got plenty of
I want to see something. Play that other song. That heavy song. What that heavy song was? The one I was singing right before we went on.
Which one?
The one you played last. I want the heavy song. Heavy. Hey, it's. Could y'all hear the song? What's on? The one at the end, the beat change at the end. The beat change at the end. Very shit. Yeah, play that. Yeah, play it.
So now when they sit on my throne, I'm at the top of the mountain. just left the sunset stage. People don't wanna see you shine, nigga turn their back and they throw that shade. I'ma treat this shit like an athlete. I'ma lace my shoes up all game. Yeah, now they watching me now, they all in the crowd. They my number one fans, it's too late for them now. They wanna follow my lead, but now they won't follow me now. But I don't really trust that shit. If I don't know that, they won't help me come. I don't really trust that shit, no, and I really would do that shit, no, My man is so good, they cook it and rain. I got so much drive, I hope I don't crash. I'm facing and telling them, making the path. I'm taking the hit, but I'm taking it there. I'm breaking the rules, I'm playing the fair. I don't give a fuck, I don't really care. No, I don't give a fuck, no, I don't really care. You ain't care, I'm gonna give a fuck how you feel. Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck, no, I don't really care. You don't care how I feel, so I don't give a fuck how you feel. And that's great. I got that shit that they wrong. I got that shit that they wrong. But then they won't pick up the phone. No, they won't pick up the phone. Yeah, I got that shit that they wrong. I got that shit that they wrong. So now I just sit on my phone. I'm at the top of the lawn. Now they don't phone ain't quick. You know, when I feel down, no one pick me up. But now I'm back on my feet. Yeah, so now I'm the one. They sent me the call.
Huh?
They sent me the call.
What, because it came on?
Yeah. I got that shit to think. What you listening for?
You know what I'm trying to see what they think about it.
Yeah.
That's Ripper City track. A lot of new people in here tonight. A lot of new people. I see I'm gonna have to do a video. Letting it be known all the stuff that we do over here, because there's a lot of new people in the door tonight. A lot of new people in the door. People asking for the call-in number and all that. China could give a fuck who's president. We should be the same way by Black Fridays. We come to the building on holidays. We buy Black Festival. In our eyes, Black is cheap.
Yep.
If you buy Black, then that's you doing somebody a goddamn favor. You think you doing somebody a damn favor. I'm trying to shop with you, my nigga. You gotta have it. You probably gotta be there.
Man, I think it's me. I be buying something, we had to swallow. But y'all got too much pride. Oh yeah. So y'all can fall behind. Oh yeah. Shit getting crazy. My circle getting smaller. My niggas shake it up. Trying hard to swallow. This shit like that. It make my heart turn cold.
How do you want your racism? I like my racism overt, not covert.
So I gotta meditate. I'm trying to make the day better than yesterday. I say that I am what they're trying to be. I am what they want to be. I am such a masterpiece. Down from my head to feet. I hear you talking down, so I ain't worried about the same thing we're doing now. It's the hate show. I hear you talking down, so I ain't worried though. The same thing we're doing now. It's the hate show. Why they mad at me? I don't know. They don't let themselves, man. It sounds like some person. I was a hater. I was a hater, irreversible. Once you bite that hand, that treat you never get another bone. And jealousy in me is practice. Won't be surprised if they just practice. Won't be surprised if they just practice.
I was trying to see if the sound is different. It's more like in the bass and shit like that. Through that microphone.
It's gonna sound good.
But it, but you can tell it's loud. That's what I wanted to be able to tell it was loud.
I say,
The phone call came through clear tonight though. I don't know. Yeah, that's when the microphone on is clear, but you can't tell that it's loud in here. I want folks to be able to tell it's loud in here.
That was how people were.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate everybody coming out there. Love. We working.